student, good morning. In the subject of human anatomy and physiology, in this lecture we see the basic concepts of human anatomy and physiology. Basically, that is divided into majorly two parts like anatomy and physiology. Human anatomy is the branch of science that studies the physical structure of the human body. In case of physiology, it is a branch of biology, deals with internal working of living things, include function such as metabolism, respiration and the reproduction. The structural organization, as we see in the picture, all multicellular organisms are organized at different levels, starting with the cell and ending with the entire organism. Like atom will lead to a molecule in a cell, then in the tissue, move to organ, then to organ system and a organism. Means cell, a number of group of cell made the tissue, number of group of tissue joined to form a organ, number of organs when they are combined or joined they will form a organ system like digestive system, respiratory system and excretory system. That is the external organization which gave all structure about the organism. Depending upon the levels of structural organization, they are based on the mentioned six level, means smallest to the largest way. These levels are called chemical level, cellular level, tissue level, organ system level, then organism level. There are 11 systems of the human body, including the hairs, nails, sweat gland, and the oil gland. These systems are like skeletal system, which related with the skeleton and the arrangement of the bones. Muscular system, the study of muscles. Endocrine system, it deals with the endocrinology, means the endocrine glands of the human body. Like these are two types, endocrine and exocrine. In case of endocrine, these are also known as ductless gland. Another is cardiovascular system. In the cardiovascular system, we study the organ heart and along with the blood vessel like vein and artery. These are the two type of blood vessel. Through heart, they are connected all over the body. The lymphatic system, respiratory system, it deals with the respiration of the human body. We inhale the oxygen and exhale the carbon dioxide. Digestive system, it deals with the digestion. It include mouth, then stomach, small intestine and large intestine. These are the main part of the digestive system with accessory organ like liver. Nervous system. Nervous system deal with the functions of brain. Functions of brain include the parts of brain, how they will be work and show the physiologically active part. Having two pathway, these are called extrinsic and intrinsic activity. Another group is called urinary system. Urinary system related with the excretion of the waste product from the body in the form of urine or stool. The chief organ of the urinary system is kidney with a basic unit of nephron which will excrete or detoxify the waste product and excrete out in the form of urine. Another function we have a reproductive system. It will related with the multiplication of the other part. These are broadly divided into two parts like male reproductive system and female reproductive system, both having a different sex organ. Like in the woman we have breast and vagina. On the other hand, in case of male, having a penis and the testicles. Certain basic life processes are there. These are six types which will be take part in the human body like metabolism. Metabolism is a sum of all chemical processes that occur in the body. These are two types, catabolism or anabolism. Catabolism means the breakdown of a complex chemical substance into a simple component. Example for this is a digestion of a protein into amino acid. On the other hand, we have term anabolism. Anabolism building up of a complex chemical substance from smaller, simpler component. For example, the amino acid used to build new proteins of the body. Responsiveness. It is the body's ability to detect and respond to changes. Movement. It includes motion of the whole body. Individual having like organ, single cell. The growth. Growth means increase in the body size and weight. Differentiation. It is the development of a cell from an unspecialized to a specialization form. Reproduction. Formation of new cell or the production of new individual. The process of homeostasis, it is the self-sustaining mechanism in body try to maintain stable internal environment. Without homeostasis, would not able to stable the internal condition, thereof would not be able to survive. Homeostasis is a dynamic condition. In response means changing condition. The two body system that largely control the body the homeostatic state. These are nervous system and the endocrine system. Homeostasis is usually or continually disturbed by like external stimuli, intense heat, cold and lack of oxygen, internal stimuli, psychological stress, exercise. Disruptions are usually mild and temporary. If homeostasis is not maintained, the result may the death of the person. There are certain conditions which will control the homeostasis. Homeostatic imbalance occur because of disruption from the external or internal environment. This is regulated by nervous system and endocrine system acting together or independently. The nervous system detects change and sends nerve impulse to counteract the disruption. The endocrine system regulates the process by secreting hormones by the endocrine gland, which are ductless in nature. Whereas nerve impulse cause rapid change, hormones usually work more slowly. The anatomical position as we see in the picture. The anatomical position standardized method of observing or imaging of the body that allow precise and consistent anatomical references. In the terminology, as we see in the picture, if the body is lying face down, is called prone position. If the body is lying face up, then it is a supine position. Certain name, regional name, which we see in the skeletal system, like head. Head consists of skull and face. In the skull, there is a cavity which will cause the brain protect in that cavity. Neck, it will support the head. Trunk, it consists of chest, abdomen, and pelvis. Upper limb, it consists of shoulder, arm, forearm, and wrist. In case of the lower limb, it consists of thigh, ankle, and foot. As we see in the picture, the sectional segments will show mean these sections are flat surface result from cut through the body. They are according to the plane and cut made in such a way that sagittal means at the central part, front, and transverse. These three are resulting from cut through the body structure. They name according to the plane by which they cut and made. Certain directional term commonly used in the anatomy, like we see in case of superior, that is called toward the head, inferior toward the bottom, then anterior ventral, that means toward the front, posterior or a dorsal is called toward the back. Similar other terms are there: medial, lateral, internal, external, proximal, distal, visual, and parietal. Directional term used to precise and locate one part of the body relative to another and reduce length of the explanation, like superior, cephalic, or cranial. Inferior include the caudal, anterior include the ventral and rostral, posterior or dorsal, either superficial toward the surface. Fifth, there is a deep, means away from the surface. As we see in the picture, the various locations are shown, like sagittal is there, superior is there, proximal is there, transfer is there, and ventral is there. Mainly we see first one as a superior or inferior. On the other hand, the lateral, median, and ventral. These are the locations by cut segment will show. Mainly we have superior, inferior, and transverse. There are certain body cavities which are present in the body. These are called cranial cavity, thoracic cavity, or abdominal cavity, and pelvic cavity. In case of cranial cavity, it is present in the skull, which will protect the brain. In case of thoracic cavity, we have behind the rib the presence of lungs and which will be cover the heart. Abdominal cavity consists of small intestine, large intestine, and stomach. The lastly we have pelvic cavity. Pelvic cavity which is present at the fourth part of the body cavity. When we see from the cranial cavity to the pelvic cavity, the whole process is called the dorsal cavity. On the other hand, when we see thoracic, abdominal, or pelvic cavity, these are called ventral cavity. Thanks a lot.